Hi all, my name is Sridevi and I'm doing another video on concepts of fractions. If you like my channel, please subscribe to it, and I'm going to give you the basics of fractions here. Maybe for class 7 and lesser, these concepts would be useful. Okay, what is a fraction? A fraction is a rational number of the form p by q, where p is the numerator and q is the denominator. So it could be anything like, example, 2 by 3, 5 by 6, 7 by 8, 9 by 10, anything. So fraction is nothing but a rational number of the form p by q. P is a numerator and q is the denominator. We have different classes of fraction. First one is a decimal fraction. Decimal fraction is a fraction whose denominator is 10 or multiples of 10. For example, 1 by 10, yes, 10 is a multiple of 10, so that's a decimal fraction. 1 by 100, yes, 100 is a multiple of 10, so that's a decimal fraction. 1 by 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 3 is a multiple of 10, and therefore that's also a decimal fraction. Let me repeat again. Decimal fraction, fraction whose denominator is 10 or multiples of 10. Moving on to the next one, it's called the vulgar fraction. Both numerator and the denominator are integers, and the denominator should not be a multiple of 10, and that time you call that particular fraction as a vulgar fraction. Alright, I'm giving you an example. 1 by 2, 1 is an integer, 2 is an integer, therefore numerator is also an integer, denominator is also an integer, therefore that's a vulgar fraction. 1 by 4 by 2, 1 by 4 is a fraction which is on the numerator, and 2 is a integer on the denominator, so that does not become a vulgar fraction. Alright, so 1 by 100, 1 is an integer, 100 is an integer, but denominator is a multiple of 10, therefore it will not be a vulgar fraction. Therefore I repeat, what is a vulgar fraction? Both numerator and denominator are integers, but the denominator should not be a multiple of 10. So the first fraction that we learnt was decimal fraction, the other one is the vulgar fraction. Let's move on to the next kind of fraction. That's called the proper fraction. What's a proper fraction? A fraction whose denominator is greater than the numerator. Okay, so 2 is the numerator, 8 is the denominator, so 2 by 8, 7 by 47, 1 by 4. So again I repeat, what is a proper fraction? A fraction whose denominator is greater than the numerator. So 2 by 8, 7 by 47, 1 by 4, etc. are proper fraction. What is an improper fraction? Improper fraction is a fraction whose denominator is less than the numerator. So giving you examples, 8 by 2, 47 by 7, 4 by 1, etc., where numerator is greater than the denominator. So such fractions are called improper fraction. What is a mixed fraction? A fraction which contains an integer and a proper fraction is called a mixed fraction. Okay, example 2 by 3. 2 is an integer, 2 by 3 is a proper fraction. Therefore, 2 by 3 is a mixed fraction. 15, 12 by 23. That means 15 is an integer and 12 by 23 is a proper fraction. So that is a mixed fraction. Okay. We have something called as equivalent fractions. Fractions having the same value are called as equivalent fractions. I just repeat, fractions having the same value are called equivalent fraction. The next one is simple fraction. In simple fraction, both numerator and denominator are integers. That is like 4 by 9, 7 by 12, etc. And then we have complex fraction. What is a complex fraction? A fraction whose numerator and denominators, or both numerator and denominators, are not integers, are called complex fractions. I repeat, a fraction whose numerator or denominator or both are not integers is called a complex fraction. For example, 1 by 2 by 2, your numerator is a fraction, therefore it's a complex fraction. 2 by 3 by 4, your 3 by 4 is the denominator, which is a fraction, therefore it's a complex fraction. The next example, 7 by 27, 1 by 8, both are fractions, both numerator and the denominator are fraction, and these are complex fraction. What are like fractions and unlike fractions? Fractions having the same denominators are called like fractions. Example, 1 by 25, 7 by 25, 9 by 25, 1000 by 25, etc. Unlike fraction. Fractions with different denominators are called unlike fraction. Example 1 by 7, 7 by 9, 9 by 1000, etc. So hope it is pretty clear. A few simple concepts about fraction. Let's meet in the next video. Again, I would like to say, if you like my video and if you like my concepts and teaching, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.